Selling websites is a bad habit. The quickest way to have a feast or famine style business is by selling too many websites. So stop selling websites. I mean, think about it. Websites take a lot of time: the design, the content, client communication, build revisions, conversations about hosting. When I started my web design business, I ended up spending 40 to 60 hours on a project that I only charged maybe 2 to 3K for. I could only take on a few of these projects before I was physically and emotionally tapped out. So here's what I did differently. I had to recognize, number one, that nobody actually wanted a website. Like, yes, they came to me for a website, but what they really wanted was more customer activity. I used to feel like I couldn't offer up other solutions when a client would be knocking on my door for a website. Once I realized the client was actually just looking for more customer activity, this opened me up to the possibility of recommending other services that could do this for them instead. Number two is I had to commit to selling services that took less of my personal time. So instead of selling websites first, I found something I could offer clients that didn't require me to trade as much time for the money I was making. In effect, I was able to make the same money, but with a lot less work. Number three, I set a freedom number. This is my recurring revenue goal. I knew I wanted recurring revenue, but until I wrote down the actual number that I reliably wanted to receive every month, nothing else changed. I picked a number that would easily cover all my monthly expenses and put extra money in my pocket each month. And this was my freedom number. Now, number four, I figured out how many clients I actually needed. Now, with my freedom number in mind, I decided on what I thought would be a good average dollar amount to charge each client per month. In a sense, I set a target for my average dollar sale. Now, this helped me picture in my mind what each client I was going to sell and serve looked like in terms of the revenue earned from each one of them. Now, number five, I figured out what each client would get for that money. With that average dollar sale target in mind, I imagined what services would typically be included for that client. For example, if a client was paying me $1,100 per month, what would that include, right? Now, number six, and finally, this is the most important part, I built a proposal to sell that particular package. This is a really important step that was very easy because I knew exactly how much I was going to charge and then what was included. If you really want to scale past your current time limits and workload, you have to figure out a way to make money that isn't tied to the amount of time that it takes. You have to build recurring revenue. You have to get out of trading time for money. You have to stop being trapped by projects that are hard to deliver and pay so little. You have to stop relying on websites.